Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's perfect. Like, I just have to lean forward because you're close to the camera.
Oh, my fucking hair. Hey, look, it started. Hello, people. It's Thursday, April 6th, 2023.
7:46 p.m.
And we're not in California.
Nope. We're in Idaho.
Fucking snow. We're supposed to drive. Yeah, I was like, when I made the last video, we're supposed to drive out to Yellowstone and then California. I was really hoping that it would stop snowing. It fucking never did. It doesn't stop. Like, all the mountains are still covered in snow. So, fuck. We're not going to California. Besides that, we're still in Idaho. What you been up to, Hunter? Hey, look. Wait.
Liberty Boy, I told you.
See, I knew she was going to be on. Told you.
I've written calls that I literally knew you were going to be here. I mentioned this. Jenny, did I not?
Yeah, I was hoping you were right. Like, yeah, we couldn't get the camera to work.
Oh, yeah.
Any questions?
No more California. That's kind of sad.
Don't you want to get shot?
A little bit, yeah. I just want to go see violence, but just so I could help with the violence. Maybe call some. No, honestly,
yeah. Bro, you know how white you are? Like you're from Idaho, from like the mountains. Like, they're gonna look at you and be like, dude, go back to Kansas, man.
Go back to Kansas.
Like, go back to Minnesota. Hey, I've been watching Vikings though. Like, fucking Vikings are cool.
Oh yeah,
I can't.
Vikings are the best.
All hail the All-Father.
All hail the All-Father, Odin.
I don't know any fucking prayers. What we're gonna talk about?
It's
Tibetan
sky funerals. That's what we're gonna talk about.
Tibet. Oh yeah, tell me more about them.
So, Tibetan sky funeral is the preferred way to go out in this world. Unless you want to go to Oregon and just die, because they're letting people do that. But
just go to Canada.
It's
easier.
Oh yeah, Oregon. You have to have disabilities or something, right?
It's actually not funny. It's pretty fucked up.
It is.
But
what they wanted it.
Hey, you know what's funny? Fucking everything's up.
Yeah. Anyway, Tibetan sky funeral. You get your dead body lies on the top of a mountain, surrounded by a bunch of monks that go hum. And while you lay there, just completely encumbered and dead, actually, vultures come down and they rip you apart and eat you while the monks hum, but your body goes into the sky with the vultures. So technically, it's as close as I can get to being launched at the sun. So that's what I'm going to go for.
Yes, Vikings on Hulu.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'm on season 5, like episode 14. I started I've been watching like nonstop, like since I'm supposed to be in California right now and I'm not. I'm like, wow, I have an open schedule, so I watched like literally
24/7.
Yeah, like the other day I woke up and I watched it all day long, and then I slept watching it. I woke up and just kept watching it. Just so good.
Yeah. I literally will
I'll
wake up and I can hear it in your room. I'll get home from work. I still hear it in your room like the whole day.
That's my toxic trait though. Like I love Ragnar. He's so hot.
Mm-hmm. I'm blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm living out the life of Vikings. Like in America. Yeah, and a turd, and not even just one turd.
That's when the fucking vultures eat you.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, they just drop you. But you're like in Tibet, so you're getting dropped on mountainsides. Like, you're everywhere. Your ashes aren't even ashes. They're just absolute. Poop. Yeah, it's poop. You could be everywhere. Sky funeral. Yeah, Tibetan sky funeral. You get monks to hum to you. Like, I don't even know if they hum. All I know is there's monks, and I just assume they hum.
Hey, that's if there's Tibetan monks left. I don't know.
Oh, they're there. Trust me.
The CCP
I have their number. We can call them up. I also know. I know the number.
Do you really?
No, I don't. I do know the number. I can't remember it right now, but there's a number you can call to buy Hunter Biden's artwork. I've been considering.
Is it the one where he's smoking crack? I want to see a big. Like, I want to have an NFT of him like smoking crack, like just like a 5-second loop of just him smoking crack. Like,
smoking crack.
I want that on my tombstone.
Just some stripper sucking his dick or something.
No, see that's too far, Hunter.
Oh, sorry.
I draw a line on
that's too far.
I draw the line at president's kid smoking crack. Okay.
That's not even bad. Every president's kid's
exactly. That's where I draw the line.
Oh. It's a good line to draw.
Anything beyond that's too far.
What about like Bill Clinton?
Oh, that's too far, dude.
Just those words are too far.
Yeah, like you can't say those words in a sentence. Like if you say Bill and Clinton, you're gonna invoke like
We should
trauma from people.
replace the word pedophile with just Clinton. Like, we should just start calling pedophiles a Clinton. Like, oh, they're a Clinton. Like, they're a pedophile.
Appalachian monk.
Appalachian monk. Yeah, I think Appalachian monks are just rednecks, right?
Yeah, it's
Like-
when you do math and you're like.
They're actually Appalachian monks
No, I watched the documentary. There's a lot of meth over there. It sucks.
in Appalachia.
Yeah,
Really?
it's a pandemic of things happening. There. It's mostly meth lately. But then again, where isn't the meth? Like Modesto in California, the Central Valley, it's filled with meth. You go to Montana, I heard it's filled with meth. I don't know.
Mm.
So I personally don't even want to see it. Like that's I don't know.
That's not even bad anymore though. Like Coolio just overdosed from fentanyl.
Yeah, like dude, fucking meth. What are you, 8? Graduate, man.
What are you from the 90s? Like we have fentanyl now.
Oh, you're doing meth? I didn't know you were still in high school. Oh, it's a sad world we live in. What are we talking about this?
I can't remember.
So that's how you want to die.
Tibet. No,
Honestly-
I would rather get launched at the sun,
Honestly,
but
you can just grab my body and just throw it in a dumpster. Like I just generally don't even
Really?
care. I'm dead. Who gives a shit?
I'll put you in a dumpster, but then I'll put you.
Wait, you know what?
I'll put you in a dumpster at the top of the mountain for the sky funeral.
You know what? Put me in a recycling bin. It's a little better.
No, before you die, Jenny, on your deathbed.
Trans trash.
I'm
You
gonna
see
make
those
you-
trans trash dumpsters?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it says trans and then trash. Like with a hash. Appalachian monks are most notable for the
Oh my
moonshine.
gosh.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Or for the moonshine? Oh, so they're just NASCAR drivers. That's amazing. That is so cool.
I
What?
think they do that on the side.
Not
I
really
don't
humming. I mean, they're
Are
probably
they slurring?
humming. Yeah, they're probably slurring, which is just as good for me.
They're probably like falling over each other. No, I tried moonshine once. Like this guy at work, like when I was working at this warehouse, like we're getting along. He's kind of new, and he's like, "Hey, do you want some moonshine?" And I'm like, "Whoa, that came out of nowhere." But who am I to say no to moonshine? Like you gotta try everything twice, you know. So this guy gives me a mason jar full of moonshine, and then I go home and I take a sip, and I'm like drunk. I'm like, "What the fuck? What in the fuck? Like, what is this? Is this ethanol?"
It was so bad.
And then Justin got fucking drunk as fuck on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only took like 2 shots. He was blacked out. Like it probably was 2 or 3, maybe, right? He didn't drink that much. He
I
was
don't even
gone.
know.
He
It's
was
hilarious.
gone.
But I think he mixed it with something else. He thought he could handle it. He's like, "Oh, it's just moonshine, no big deal. I can handle it."
Yeah, he had the.
I
bitch
told him,
cup.
I'm like, "Dude, I took one drink and I was like, whoa, I'm buzzed. Like this is strong." And he's like, "It's not that bad. It can't be that bad." And he got fucked up. So I can't blame me. I told him not to do it.
Yeah. I definitely was telling him to do it. At that age, I was probably 18. No, I probably was 19, right?
Hey Hunter, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Hey, when did you realize you were a man?
If I'm gonna be honest, I was probably the first time I felt like a man was when I gutted an elk after I shot it and I grabbed its liver. And I
Smart.
took a bite.
man.
That's when I felt like a man.
I mean, when did you decide to transition from girl to guy?
My transition process from I've been a man this whole time. I'm living in a world where I'm just a straight dude, and yeah, I feel like there is a chance people are like, I bet that lady's transitioning from girl to guy. Like, we're man, I don't know.
I feel like it's harder now, but when I first met him, like you're like, "Oh, dude, nice transition," you know?
I was like just a tiny little boy. Oh my gosh. I'm on just the straight and narrow.
You're boring, dude. You're
yeah.
straight
Yeah.
and like cis, like,
Yeah.
what are you in 1980?
Yeah. I'm like privileged and stuff, but like I have to work my butt off every day in my life. Like, okay.
Also, you could just like do what bankers do and just
Oh.
like do that.
I say
Just make
Just-
bad decisions and make money off of it.
yeah, true. No, if you live in America, you're mad chilling for the most part.
Yeah, even if you're broke in America, it can't be as bad as like living
Dude,
in like fucking Uganda.
Yeah. The homeless guys downtown love it. Like they don't complain that they're home. They're like, no, dude, we have a great time, man. Like they
Yeah,
get
and if
free
it's
stuff,
it's too cold, like if you're homeless in Minnesota, like just go to LA.
legit moonshine is no joke. It wasn't a joke at all. I took it as a joke and I drank some and I was like, oh, this is just freaking straight up gasoline. Like this is not a joke at all. It literally
Yeah.
felt like poison.
Honestly, I would have done it again, like if they gave me more. I'm not gonna go and make it or look for it, but if somebody says, "Hey, do you want more moonshine?" I'm like, you know
Oh,
what?
I know a
I
few
feel like
guys
wrecking
up
my
in the
day.
mountains for sure. Actually, no, I could probably hook
Don't
this
don't
up.
don't like I didn't say
You wanna-
like I'm not
Do you want
seeking it
to
again.
end your sober path?
No, I do not.
5
Like
years sober.
4.
4. You want moonshine to come in? If any time
No.
to
No,
if
no,
there's
no.
any time to like just relapse, it's now. Like World War III is on its way. Now's the time to relapse. If you woke up this morning and you thought you wanted to do heroin, do it.
Wait, let me ask you a different question. Can you
That's all
get
I'm
moonshine in 8 minutes?
Give me my phone. And if they're NASCAR drivers, yeah.
Bro, once the nuclear warnings go off, just give me some moonshine. I don't care. I'm just gonna play
Yep.
that song, "Here for a Good Time, Not for a Long Time" by George Strait. And there's a line when he says, "Just want to drink some moonshine." Like, dude, I felt that.
Yeah. Gosh, yeah.
No, this kid is actually badass. Like not like in a drug way, but like in a
He's actually badass. He's on crack right now. He just watched him do a rock off his wrist.
like, he dropped some salt from the bathroom. He's like, dude, I'm gonna do some bath salt.
I'm just like dropping cocaine down my nose.
What if you start putting it in your eyes? Like, just be like, "Oh, do you guys put it in your nose? That's weak." You just go like this.
Just
do this.
numb eyes. You're like, you can't see. Dude, straight edge. Yeah, I've been called straight edge a lot, actually.
You're pretty well rounded.
I'm more of a circle, not an edge.
A little ovular.
No, you called me a square a few years ago.
Did I?
No, you called me a stick in the mud.
Did I?
Yeah, and a square multiple
How?
times. Oh, because I was like 18 and I was a stick in the mud. Like, that's why. Like, I literally was. I was actually a stick in the mud. I even took a picture of a stick in the mud just to make sure it looked like me. And it did. I have the picture on my phone.
Make that your profile picture.
It's just a stick in the mud.
Hey, at least not a stick up your butt.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be good. That would not. I almost had the armrest in my Amazon van go up my butt recently. It happens almost every day. Like, it's so floppy, and when I'm getting in and out of like the middle, it'll like flop down as I'm sitting down. And I'll just feel it poking me. I'm like, ah! Like have to like launch up.
So you're basically saying you almost lose your routine.
That's
every
how I
day
know
at
I'm
work.
straight. Is anytime something comes near my butt, I freak out.
Well, that's not how you know you're straight. You're supposed to like get your what do they call that thing in your butt?
There's just, what do you mean?
Your prostate. You gotta stimulate
Oh.
your prostate, and then you gotta be like, you know
Wait,
what? I
what?
didn't like that.
Hold up, you're speaking on levels I don't even know about. Prostate is in your butt. What are you saying right now? It's actually in your butt. Oh wait, someone told me that. Is that actually real?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, no. Like my ex was like, dude, I don't do butt stuff. You just gotta like do one finger at a time, and then he's like, you know what? It's not. It's actually really good. Like it's like, you know what? I you know what? I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. I'm just gonna do it. that's how he was. He was like, yeah, like honestly,
Oh man.
butt stuff was like gay. I'm like, why would he do that? But then once he tried it, he was like, you know what? Yeah, no, it's I can see why people like it. And you
There's
just
a lag of almost 1 minute. Oh, we didn't even put a lag on it. Does it just automatically do that?
Nah,
I think it does.
I think it's just because it's a stream.
Really?
I
Oh
don't-
yeah,
I
it
don't-
is a stream. That's okay. That's fine. We're
We
pretty late to the game.
appreciate you being here though. Like,
Oh, more than
thank you.
anything. I was like, listen, if Liberty Warrior's not there, I'm not there. That's where I was at.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
glad you're here from the beginning. Thank you.
think about those two words, liberty and warrior. Like both those, like just make me like my
Yeah,
veins right
literally.
now are popping
We-
because of that. Just
We
look at
talked about the word warrior and how it relates to like war, for like 40 minutes this morning. So yeah, like that's pretty badass.
that.
I've mostly been talking about warriors because like I've been watching Vikings, and I'm like,
Mm,
damn, these Vikings are dope. Like
and
I
liberty.
don't watch stuff from like the medieval era because I'm like, bro, their tech is bad, like their society sucks. Like, why would I want to live in there? But then you watch this Viking show, and you're like, oh shit, these heathens, like it's actually really dope. And then like just watching the conflict between like the Christianity like belief system, which is like the Norse mythology belief system, just clashes. It's amazing.
This is the best.
I'm like fascinated by Vikings right now. Like I fucking love Vikings. My ex that I mentioned is a fucking Viking. Oh, technically, yeah. Like if you're in the
Nice.
military, that you're definitely a retired warrior
Yeah.
for sure. think they just call them
Retired
veterans
warrior.
now,
Yeah.
but they
But
call you a
once-
vet.
I feel like once a warrior, always a warrior. That's the thing. Like you know how to be a warrior, so you're kind of just always a warrior. Like anytime that moment arises, even if you're old and retired, you still know what it takes.
Oh, yeah.
You still can try.
Amen, sister. Like freedom, like it's like that thing about borders. Like if you draw a line in the sand and say that's your territory, it means nothing unless you're willing to fight for it. And freedom is the same thing. And like freedom is just a word, and like it doesn't mean anything unless you actually fight for your freedom. If you don't exercise your freedom, that's probably how you start losing it.
Mhm.
And if people start taking it and you don't stand up for your freedom, you're not free. You just had the illusion of freedom. You have to fight forever to maintain it. It's this constant
Forever.
maintenance fight where like once it's gone, it's gone. Like you're not guaranteed freedom.
You know how hard it would be to get it back once it is gone?
Another fucking 1970s or
Yeah, we need-
1776.
We're gonna need like another 1,000 or some years. Like
Yeah, dude. Once the U.S. has an issue like the old Roman Republic, where Caesar overthrows the other guy, Pompey, and then becomes Julius Caesar. Once he does that, the Roman Republic's dead, and it becomes like empire with a fucking dictator, and they call him a Caesar. But from then on, like from what is like 145 BC to like 500 AD, that's not the Roman Republic. That's a fucking that's a dictatorship. And we're headed that way. Like we do not if we do not protect the Constitution and like leave it the way it is, you will lose it, and then the Republic will fall, and then this empire will become a dictatorship. Yeah, just that's what's gonna happen. Unfortunately, this country is probably gonna like decay in like the next, but the next 1,000 years will be like the old Rome.
in the next 1,000?
I say 1,000 because it can happen fucking with Biden, or it can happen like 17 presidents down the road where one of them finally says, you know what? I don't need Congress. It's like little things like this. Like it sounds like it's not that big of a deal, but once you start like eroding the Constitution, like we're fucked.
Yeah. All it takes is one tiny little like freaking
Yeah.
thing in your brain. One little neurochemistry type situation happens. You're like, yeah, I don't need my vice president.
And honestly, another
Actually, I don't
thing,
need any of you.
another thing that this country needs is it needs to have competition for power. Like once one side wins, it's over. Like whether it's Democrat, Republican, or some other party. Like once the party completely takes over the government, it's like the CCP. It doesn't matter what they say. It's like it's what they do that ends up mattering. And you, even if like you hate what the Republicans do and like Democrats do and these other people who are like fucking dumbass centrists like myself, once you have those people arguing and like fighting back and forth, I think that's good. It keeps people like constantly trying to keep the system in check. Once any individuals just completely take the power, it's over.
Didn't
Like
someone call
once-
you radical for being a centrist?
Yeah. Somebody on Twitter said, if your politics aren't radical, are you even trans? I was like, what? And then I tweeted to them. I was like, centrism is radical. And then someone said centrism equals death. And I was like, well, I mean, that sounds pretty fucking radical. Look, I guess being moderate's radical nowadays. It's insane.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, maybe we should just like not let one side take all the power and just constantly keep it in the middle.
Yeah. There's like one side it's like we need to fight violence with violence, and there's other side it's like no, let's fight violence with silence. And then other people are like, if you're silent, that like you're the reason this country's failing if you're quiet.
Well,
And
don't
it's
you
like,
know, Hunter? Words are violence now.
Can we just pause the world for a moment and like can
They
we
did
just,
that with the pandemic. That doesn't work.
listen,
You can't just pause the economy. Like that's not how it
fuck
fucking
the
works.
economy. Fuck the economy. We have
Fuck
an
the economy.
empire to keep going here, okay?
Bro, you can't just say fuck the economy because the government's gonna be like, well, there goes our tax revenue. Let's just fucking pass a bill that's gonna fund a bunch of these banks and corporations a bunch of money. That way they don't like collapse. And then next thing you know, like there's more deficit in the economy. Like it's in the national debt. Like it just doesn't work. Like you can't just pause things.
You want to bet?
You can do a reset though. You don't want to reset when the nukes land.
Putin has Vladimir's hit the button. You have 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually what happened with the old Roman Republic. It wasn't 3 branches, but it was 3 dudes who there were like 3 guys kept each other in check. One of them died, and then Julius Caesar's like, well, I did some crimes, better kill the other guy and just like that way I can't be arrested. It wasn't that simple, but it's kind of the gist.
Imagine if like people loved each other. Like, are we this far from love? Like, can we just love one another here? Like, I don't know. Like, fuck. Just like I was like, you just love. You know, people are too goddamn like, fuck this guy next to me. He's ordering DoorDash at 1 a.m. Fuck that. Like, why are you getting mad, dude? Go back to sleep.
Slam that reset button.
Slam that reset button.
Whap! We'll have
Sorry,
8
that was
minutes.
loud. I'm
Once
sorry.
the reset button gets hit, we'll have 8 minutes to like enjoy the spoils of the empire.
I'm enjoying it now. Literally, we're sitting on the 3rd story.
This is all funny, but it's actually scary as fuck if it happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. But yeah, no, like I think it's awesome. Like I think more people need to keep talking about like fighting for freedom, because once you stop fighting for freedom, it's over. It's gone. Gonzo. Dead. Bye bye.
Oh yeah, see, I have freedom flowing through my veins, so like they have
I think
to,
that's called blood.
no,
but-
that's freedom. They have to literally kill me if they want freedom to die. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I know the Constitution.
Hey, that's actually true.
we're good. Okay,
Like,
listen.
As long as you're alive and you
As long as there's one
the spirit
person.
of freedom keeps living with
Oh
you.
shoot! I just saw it's an emergency. We might have some crazy stuff. Apparently,
Oh, damn.
someone just said it's an emergency. Look outside.
Mark. Are the windows still open?
Yeah. Hey, you down there? You're kind of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
There's nobody there, is there?
Yeah, there was someone on top of a tree. It was a bird, but I count that as a human being.
We'll put these on. Hello. Dude, I look like a fucking mess. Dude, my new motto in life is peace, love, and party.
Peace, love, and party.
You know.
Yeah, that's good. Peace, love, and as long as you have love in there, like you could say love, kill, murder, and I'd still agree with it. As long as there's love.
I don't
Thou
think-
shalt not murder. Not kill. You can kill. The Bible says you can kill all you want. Just don't murder.
I think you can only kill if you like want to shove Christianity down their throat and they don't accept it.
Oh, killing in the name of. Bum, bum.
You gotta kill the heathens and their non-believers and their false gods and false prophets. That's what I got from that show Vikings, and like the Christians were like, yeah, you gotta take on those non-believers.
Hunter. She says Hunter. Like all
Thank you,
my,
by the way.
all my dad's friends call me Hunter. Like, hey,
Oh, like
Hunter,
Gunner?
Hunter, can you go grab me another bud?
Bro, how's that
Some
not your
stuff like
nickname?
that.
Like Hunter.
It is. No, like it's I've used as a kid, I knew my first nickname was Hunter. Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter.
it sounds like
just
Gunner.
yeah, gosh dang it.
What if we call you Gunther?
Hunter. Gunther, my friend Juan, and I babysat this kid named Juan.
I remember, my
He
man
always
once.
called me Gunther. Like Gunther, and I'm like, why do you call me that? He's like, he would never tell me why. He just no, you say it. And like, oh, it must be like. He was also Mexican, so it's definitely a.
Oh yeah, all Mexicans think the same shit.
I mean, both the two Mexicans I know in my life have only been the two that have been like Gunther,
Gunther.
Gunther.
I was gonna do a Viking
Hunter.
accent, but I realized I can't.
Viking. What is a Viking accent? Give it a shot.
The old father is coming. No, see, the old. I was doing it right. All praise the old. No, all praise.
All praise the Alpha.
Praise to the old father.
9.
That's the wrong one. 999.
All right, so we're gonna start a betting website. We're gonna place bets on who's gonna win this next war.
Bro, I got my money on the U.S.
I know, yeah, back-to-back world champs,
Like,
like
even if the U.S. loses, like, how do you lose when you have?
undefeated. Like,
Bro, no. That's not that. Like, Canada is basically like most of the population of Canada is still within like the U.S. line. They're mostly on the, Toronto like side of things, and then Mexico, like that's probably the biggest threat, like for this country, because then you have like the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic, the Pacific, Alaska, access to the Arctic. Like if this country falls apart, like it's completely domestic. Like you cannot blame foreign like interference for this country falling apart. Like
yeah.
if
Wow.
It's like even if foreign interference happens, like people on the inside have to be like, you know what, we should ignore those bastards.
I mean,
like,
technically, you have to count CIA as foreign because they're not allowed to work in the U.S.
That's
but they
true.
do. So
That's true.
technically,
Technically,
kinda
the
causing our
CIA is
downfall.
not allowed to operate in domestic policies or in domestic territory. Like the CIA is a foreign affairs like organization. Like it's illegal for them to operate in the US. Like the fact that they've done like MK Ultra killing fucking, who did they kill? JFK?
Yeah, JFK.
Or was that the FBI? No, that was MLK. And Malcolm X.
CIA killed JFK.
No.
Yeah.
JFK, yeah. No, I was saying like MLK.
Oh,
FBI for sure.
I see. Yeah.
And so was Malcolm X.
Yeah, Kennedy.
But if
rest in peace. God
if you
damn
count like Kennedy,
love hearing
what's
him
it called?
talk.
MK Ultra. What was the other one I was thinking of? There's a few projects that are for sure 100% like CIA funded here in the US. It's like, hey, that's not supposed to happen. Legally speaking, they're not allowed to do that. Technically speaking, of course, because then they have a loophole when they're like, there's a foreign reason. Actually, with JFK, they can easily invoke what's his name, Oswald, because he was like a Soviet spy.
Oh yeah.
So that technically makes him a foreign threat now. Like, see, stupid shit like that is how the CIA can just completely invade this country from the inside out.
Yeah. Now they're going to be invading all the woke people. That's what they're working on right now. They're trying to get the woke people inside their agencies so they can, I don't know what they're
We just watched an ad. Or no, we watched a few ads of the CIA doing propaganda about like we're inclusive and diverse and women and blacks and like what was it, gays and
all these
like women of color who are also gay. And yeah, it was just like, man, like these are terrible people. Like the fact that this is how you appeal to people is like, hey, look, we're inclusive. But like ignore Kennedy.
Every time they do something like that, like they're without a doubt, because there's so many random words and stuff, like they're missing some of them. So there's still going to be outrage among the woke community. They're like, they missed my kind of people where we have 3 penises. The fuck? In reality, they have none. I don't know. I identify as having 2 sometimes.
You know what? That's completely valid, Hunter. You identify that way, therefore it's facts.
Thank you for validating my feelings and my
emotions. Fuck your feelings. I'm validating your identity.
Oh shit. I don't even want my identity to be validated.
Too late, dude. That's the politics.
Feelings too.
Yeah, your feelings are valid sometimes.
You think Abraham Lincoln would look at this right now and be like, "Damn, I stopped slavery for this"? Like, why?
What?
Lincoln.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like
Lincoln.
No, but like, why would he be upset about it?
Oh, the country. I mean, honestly, most of the past presidents, if they saw us right now, they're like, honestly, they'd probably be like, "Damn, it worked. The whole Constitution, fucking everything, it's still rolling."
Like if they went back in time, or into
what if they're like, "Bro, I was high
they'd be like, look at that, they have interstates and airplanes and like fucking iPhones and shit." They'll be like, "Hey, this thing worked out. The freedom thing is kind of gone, but like, we have iPhones now."
Yeah, they're like, all right, like everything here works. It's like 90 degrees in this house right now, by the way.
Yeah, dude, that's progress in place. Like, dude, you know what I found out?
I'm sweating.
England has fucking water faucets that do not mix water. Like, when I say this, is like here in the US, you just take this for granted. You open up the tap and you're like, oh, it's cold, so you turn it a little bit and it turns hot. Oh. It turns warmer, and it gets hot. In England, it's like you want the cold side or the hot side.
Yeah.
You have to like mix it and shit. Like it's still being changed. It's like some 1950 stuff. Like they're just stuck in that way. In the US, it's like not like that's some ancient stuff. Let's do progress. Let's put a washing machine and a laundry machine or a drying machine in everybody's house. A refrigerator with like firmware in there. Fuck it. Do a smart Alexa like microwave.
Smart Alexa microwave.
My old roommate had an Alexa microwave. And the fucking tough part is like, if you don't have Alexa, the microwave does not work.
It's like the refrigerators too. It's like you have to like, oh, we're just trying to broccoli add it.
Oh, you don't have Wi-Fi? Fuck no your broccoli.
Wi-Fi available. Yeah, there will be no
fuck your meat. We're not gonna fucking freeze anything anymore.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you don't have the Alexa app? Yeah, we're not gonna cool your food down anymore in this refrigerator.
I'll bet the founders would be spinning in a grave scene. Yeah, honestly, I'm not like, especially if you go to like Adams. And maybe not Jefferson. I don't know how you'd feel about slavery. You're like, oh, we're just enslaving people again with prison. Like, it's kind of cool. It's not the worst. I don't know how you'd feel about slavery in today's world. For sure, Washington would be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? what is wrong with you people? They'll be like, we gave you this constitution to protect liberty and like civil rights, or not civil rights, but like rights. They just happen to be civil. Yeah, they would be fucking pissed if they found out like what corporations do. Corporations are considered people in this fucking country. A non-human person. It is insane that a corporation can just like fucking like
wild.
just shed liability and be like, no, we're technically a person, but we're not liable like a person. Like a corporation can't go to prison, but yet they can do crimes and like poison our rivers and like fucking poison Ohio. Like, you know what? Fuck Ohio. Like, nobody knows where it's at. Can you okay, you can, but you think most people can spot Ohio on a map?
No.
If you live in the Midwest, you can't spot Idaho on the map. So like I'm gonna twist it around. Like in like the South, fuck, maybe Ohio and Idaho are both might as well be
Both the
Minnesota, you
same
know.
thing, yeah.
But if you're in California, Ohio and Idaho might as well be next to each other.
yeah, literally, they might as well. The corporation person of Pfizer. Literally, Pfizer's a person, basically.
Hey, dude, Daddy Pfizer.
Yeah.
They done a few good things, and then they charged you up the ass for it, and then they made you kill yourself because of the debt. But you know,
Yeah.
at least they provided some antibiotics
Yeah.
at a very, very, very high price.
They're like, side effects that might kill a lot of women. Yeah, launch it. Let's do
This
it.
might cost you suicidal ideation. It's worth it.
Yeah. Oh,
you won't be as sad.
You have suicidal thoughts? Here, take this pill that has a rare side effect of suicidal thoughts
Oh,
also.
Daddy Bill Gates, more like fucking
Daddy
Caesar
Bill
Gates.
Caesar
This one. Bro, fucking Bill Gates has more power than like the Tsar Nicholas III or like
Yeah.
the Kaiser Wilhelm II. Like these
Mhm.
people had nothing on fucking Bill Gates.
Wonder-
And he doesn't even have responsibility. Like Bill Gates can be like, oh dude, I didn't do that. That was your stupid government. And he's like, hey, he's gonna go and like provide tons of
Mhm.
money to like lobbyists so they can do whatever Bill Gates wants. Like
Mhm.
he's basically the king of this country. He's ruling it right next to fucking
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name? The bald guy you work for?
Oh, Bezos?
Yeah, that guy.
Did Bezos ever go to Epstein's Island by chance?
Nah, I think he had his own island.
See, that makes sense. Oh. Like Bill Gates was there. Why did we just let all these people that we can probably know a few of them are definitely pedophiles? Why do we just let them walk out?
That is a very, 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 very good point. And the fact that you worded it that way is exactly the problem because we don't have any power.
Yeah, I can't.
Like
hold up. Can we
No,
find
no.
them and citizens arrest these guys?
we the people don't
Like
have
citizens
power to
arrest.
stop fucking Epstein and all the pedophiles. Like
What a-
what happened was all the media corporations and all the fucking like celebrities that went there and all the senators and Congress people and 2 fucking presidents, for
Mhm.
God's sakes, went to the island. Who's gonna hold them accountable? The media? Like they're in on it. Fucking celebrities, they're in on it. Fucking the government, they're in on it. Like who is gonna hold them accountable? Like they are the power.
This British interviewer might have held them accountable. We'll watch that after this. This sounds funny as hell.
Oh hell yeah,
The
dude.
British interviewer. I wonder, isn't Piers Morgan a British interviewer? Was it Piers Morgan?
I don't think he's an interviewer or British.
I
Is he?
I don't watch TV.
I think he's a pundit.
A pundit?
I think he is British. He's a pundit. Like he basically his job is to sound like he knows what he's talking about, and then go and literally just talk.
Let's
on
go
TV.
nuts. Female. Oh, it was a female interview. Oh, I definitely want to watch.
Oh,
this.
that's even better because they tend to like be more tougher.
Oh,
on
sorry,
gates.
the Let's Go Nuts, but
Yo,
I like that. Nuts
Nuts
is here. Fucking love nuts, yo.
See, I read Let's Go. I said the Let's Donuts. That's what I read first.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I'm autistic. Or no, that's
No.
dyslexic. What's the difference anymore? I don't know. Like I'm broken. My brain has issues. Then who cares? You know.
What's the
What am I gonna do? Go to Pfizer to fix it?
That's Pfizer for the vaccine.
I might kill myself afterwards. I might get Epstein. They might find 2 bullet wounds in the back of my head and be like, "Damn, she really hated herself."
She really hates. Oh man.
All,
No,
for,
we should-
all for fucking calling out fucking
we-
Caesar Gates.
Can we actually? Is citizens arrest a thing? Do you guys know this? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah.
If I ever see,
Citizens arrest is the thing if you have power.
bro,
if
Bill
you-
Gates is an old ass
okay,
man. I will
yeah.
curb stomp him.
Yeah, and then he's gonna make a phone call and then be like, "Hey,
A phone call with his phone down the drain. I'll take it out of his pocket.
okay, but citizens arrest means he's gonna end up in a jail. Like,
Oh,
he's
I'll
gonna,
take him right there. I will
Okay,
drag
no,
him
no, no,
on
what
the
I mean-
streets
okay.
of Portland, Oregon, or wherever he's at. He's gonna like accidentally like get drugged across some heroin needles on his way.
Okay.
going to jail. Autism,
No, what I'm
dyslexia.
saying is once you arrest Bill Gates, they're gonna find you with like like 6 bullet wounds in the back.
Oh, no,
Like, like Hunter really
No.
ate himself. Like 400. Like he felt bad for turning Gates in.
Yeah, just so you guys know, I've never in my life had suicidal thoughts or ever will. So if I ever die and they say it was suicide, it wasn't. Okay, I promise you this. I can Can you vouch for me?
Oh, 100%.
Okay,
This kid's
see?
never been depressed in his life. You see
There's
how
zero
happy he is right now?
chance.
He's been this happy since I met him. Like he's
Literally.
been this level of happiness the entire fucking
Yeah.
time. If I find out he killed himself, I'm like, that's murder.
I attribute all my happiness, by the way. It's not like a crazy thing. I just was raised in the middle of nowhere, and I think not being around the world and what's going on helps you become happy. Didn't have Twitter, no social media. Like, you don't have social media and you grow up in a world like without phones. You know how exciting like seeing a tree is with some dirt around it? You're like, bro, I have 6 army guys and a firecracker. Like, today's gonna be a great day. And now the kids are like, fuck, mom, my iPad and my iPhone are dead. Today's the worst day ever. Like,
I got banned from TikTok. What am I gonna do with my life? Autism, dyslexia, man. Pfizer has a pill that fixes both.
if they
Is it the pill that they give out in Oregon?
Let's go nuts nosing.
It's the pill they give you in Oregon so you can stop feeling things.
Dude has the tech to vaporize.
Oh, you don't wake
wait.
up ever again.
Yeah, you don't. Oh yeah, they might vaporize my body. They can't catch me. I think you guys don't understand. Like, I will run.
What if they just make you like? What if they just give you an extra chromosome?
Yeah, with the parachutes, absolutely. I remember them all. The little mortar guys, like all of them. I had all of them. I had gray and green. The gray guys, I would always interpret as Nazis.
Internet down / Riz.
Internet down slash.
Hey, honestly,
See these wrists?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Unslashed.
No, I only did one thing ever. I burned my.
Oh yeah, I did that too. Just to be a copycat of Jenny's.
I have a burn mark right here. So
Cigarette.
right at the beginning of my transition, I was like crying one day, and I was like, long story, but I was having a really tough day. So I just fucking grabbed the cigarette I was smoking and just fucking put it out of my hand. I was like, fuck pain. I don't need to care. And then I was happy afterwards. I've been pretty happy since those days. Like for the last 9 years, I've been a happy human being. So like if I go missing or like I committed suicide, like trust me, I did not. Like I fucking love being alive, being myself and just existing and just like even if I'm broke, like if I'm homeless or like lose my job, like you will not see me cry about it. Like I'm gonna be happy no matter what.
Yeah. Dude, I'll be locked in a dark room for 3 days with a bobby pin and I'm fine.
What if it locked you in there for 6 years?
I'm fine.
12 years.
If I'm by myself, I'm chilling.
17 seasons of your favorite show.
If it was 17 seasons of my
What
favorite
if?
show,
Okay,
it's
no.
like
What if every day they show you 10 seconds of Ted Lasso?
every day 10. Oh my god.
Just
I'm
10
totally
seconds.
fine, yeah.
So you get to spend 20 years watching like season 1 of Ted Lasso.
Yeah. If I was in there for 20 years though, I'd definitely create a lot of personalities in my head. I'd go crazy for sure, but I'd have a great time.
Hey, I'll be honest.
Wait, what? You had an armband of cigarette burns, like on purpose?
I'm not gonna lie. I
That's
kind of want one.
wild. I knew a kid with cigarette burns like all over his body, and I thought like and he was. That's the problem. Is he was a kid, and I immediately knew his mom did it to him. But yeah, it was his mom. Cigarette burns, literally like on his face, neck, like all
Oh, see
over his
that's
body.
that's fucked up. I
Yeah.
did it to myself on purpose. Like that's fucked up when someone else does too, especially on your fucking face and your
Yeah.
neck.
That's why, yeah. He like ran away from home. or
Actually, that's
something.
one of the reasons I did it. I was like, I thought about it. I was like, man, I've read a lot about kids who got mistreated. Like, the book, I read it like 3 times. And I read that. His body was fucking burnt in a chamber in Auschwitz.
He was with his best friend.
No, was he in Birkenau or Auschwitz?
I'm not sure. He was with his friend. so I
He
know.
was with his friend.
Yeah.
I don't know what was sadder, like the fact that his Jewish friend died, or this fucking innocent Nazi kid died. Like this kid that had nothing to do with the war, just some innocent kid who happened to be born with his fucking
Yeah,
evil
They
father.
were just being kids, truly. Like,
Yeah, that's the saddest part about this movie. Like, is you just watch 2 kids from both sides fucking lose. Nobody wins in this movie.
ever hear a manualist play?
No, but I want to know.
A
that.
manualist. Like, I know how to manual on a skateboard, but like, I'm not a manualist play. What's a manualist? Are we allowed to do drugs on camera?
Not the illegal ones.
Really? That's good.
We don't have any. Hand the music.
Mhm.
Oh, speaking of manualists, like I watched a video earlier today of this lady doing
Who uses this?
she was doing Sign language of Rap God by Eminem. That's insane.
A Black Sabbath cover of Emmanuelist. Oh, that
Sick.
sounds sweet. I promise you, right after this, we'll listen to that and the other one up top.
I wonder if any Iron
100%.
Maiden. I want to do like the
Iron
Number of the
Maiden.
Beast
Or
I love
Volcano
that song.
by Van Halen. I think it's Van Halen. Am I tripping? Gosh dang it.
I know one song
We
by Van
can't-
Halen.
we
The
can't-
Hots for the Teacher because of Guitar Hero 3 World Tour.
We can't spread
That's the only reason I know Van
misinformation.
Halen at this point. Like, I know that they're cool and like before my time, but I know Selena Quintanilla is.
Oh, Eruption by Van Halen. Wow. That's what I meant.
Run to the hills. Okay, I fucking love that song. It makes me just kind of sad for all the Indians running to the hills, but like, you know what? It's a good song.
Mm-hmm. Let's go nuts. Oh my gosh. Let's go nuts is go nuts.
Are you allowed to say Indians anymore?
Oh, I have Indian blood in me, of course.
I mean, I'm like half Indian, but like,
yeah,
like
you're literally native to like this area. Like, yeah, of course.
well, not this
It's
area.
just
like,
a word.
It's more south, but same thing. Still native to America.
That's true.
But I don't know. Like, I don't want to be politically correct or anything, but like, fucking Redskin is my favorite one. How come you can leave Vikings and not like Chiefs? You know, like Chiefs shouldn't have any problems. Like even the Blackhawks is a cool name. Redskins, I get why people don't like it. I think it's fucking dope.
Mhm.
Fucking Washington team.
Did they
made a
ask
terrible
like,
team.
actual?
They made a terrible like decision to change their name.
Did they go to like reservations and ask them?
Absolutely not. No,
Or did
you
they
ask
like
you ask all the people in Twitter fucking
Jesus.
react based
Oh
on anytime their
gosh.
feelings feel like anytime somebody's like that's offensive to someone else whose feelings potentially hypothetically could have been hurt. So you got to stop saying that. That's who complains about Redskins. Most people who are natives are like, dude, that's kind of cool. Like, there's all these white teams and like at least or honestly, there's mostly animal teams like lions and tigers and like bears. But like having Redskins feels like you have some representation. You're like, dude,
Mhm.
that could be my uncle over there, like that the guy on the fucking thing. That could easily be like one of my fucking ancestors.
Literally.
Well, thank you for getting rid of him.
What music's been on your rotations? All right, so I pulled this up.
Lana Del Rey.
I got Falling in Reverse a lot recently. Been into Story of the Year, Savage Hands, NFX, Thousand Below, Wind Waker. Yo, right now, Beautiful by Wind Waker. Let's go nuts. Listen to that. Beautiful by Wind Waker.
This album and
Ultra
Born to
Violence.
Die by Lana Del Rey. And basically Queen. Anything by Queen I can just play all the time. Bob Dylan, fucking anything by Bob Dylan, especially his 60s work. I've been listening to some J. Cole. And basically I have this playlist where I found every Mexican song of my youth, basically. And I just put them all on a giant playlist and I hit shuffle.
Just so you know what it looks like. It's like a black and white robot kissing themselves. Let's go nuts. Beautiful by Wind Waker. That's some craziest new stuff I've heard recently. Well, I heard it like last year, but I'm still addicted to it. I don't know what kind of music you like. I like metal, rock. I like it all. I honestly like a lot.
I've also been getting into NFX a lot because of this motherfucker. I didn't even know who
Motivation.
NFX was until like 2017 when I met him. And this guy's like, dude, this guy's like independent and like new and like starting. And I was like, no way. And
Copyright
he
free.
that's cool. But oh, you said 200 a song a day for 200 weeks or a
100
song a week.
weeks. He did one song every week for 100 weeks. And he just did that twice.
That's
He
what it
just
was.
finished the 200 song. Yeah.
I thought that was impressive. So like, and that alone is like a reason. But then once you start listening to it, you're like, man, this gets me pumped.
yeah.
It's like
Just
it's like
pumped and,
it's
yeah.
like Coke for
Mm.
like a workout. You know, it's like, hey, do you want to get pumped up immediately within like minutes? Yeah.
He's got like a slight Eminem vibe to him on a few songs. Like there's a couple songs you're like, this
Are you
sounds
saying
like
that because he's a
Eminem, like-
white rapper hunter?
No, no.
Are
no.
you being racist right now?
He changed his name, so like that's closer to trans than anything, right? He changed his first and last name.
Yeah, it's a different dude's name. It's also
To
white.
Bryce, yeah, he went from Brandon Hawthorne, I think, to Bryce Savage.
Hey, Savage.
That's Savage.
That's
Napalm
guess.
Death, the Spice Girls. Yo, Eminem wanted to impregnate one of them, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the Spice Girls are really, but I know they were
think
like
they're
some
spicy.
cute girls from probably my earlier days.
one of them is cinnamon, and the other one is cayenne pepper.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
You know, cayenne pepper or
We're just
no?
throwing spices out there.
Paprika. You know, paprika's just
Oh,
the
fucking
edge
dang.
of like bell peppers, just dried up.
Really?
Yeah, just bell peppers. That's what someone told me. I don't know if that's shit. Gosh dang, we can't. Dang. There might be misinformation on this freaking video. I'm so sorry. I just say what I hear.
Hey, we're not CNN. We're not responsible for the truth.
Yeah, it's true. Honestly, we could probably get more things right than CNN. That's the funny thing. They told us the COVID didn't come from a lab, and we were saying it came from a lab since day one.
I mean, it's not.
Let's be real.
I wasn't like, dude, did you know it came from a lab? It was like, isn't it ironic that there's a lab leak in a country that we don't trust, that's very irresponsible and corrupt?
That works with coronaviruses.
That this lab, yeah, it works.
Has it in the name?
It works with coronaviruses.
Has corona in the name.
And they're legally allowed to do gain of function research. And the same city where the outbreak starts is where the Wuhan institution is. Like, isn't that just like something like, isn't that like very uncanny that like something like that would happen completely like coincidentally? Like no, like this is probably how it happened. It's like some dude probably fucking said, you know what, I need to go home. Like I'm gonna get fucking my wife's gonna go missing tomorrow if I don't like do her dishes or something because the CCP's watching. Said he fuck the lab, and like 7 other people had the same problem, and then just not enough checks happen. The lab leak happens, and then boom, you got COVID. And then Pfizer's like, we have an expensive solution for you, and the government's gonna fund it for you, subsidized at your tax expense. Isn't that how everything should work? Socialism is amazing.
That was a good time. Also, this napalm death is the look at the first song I saw, Nazi punks fuck off.
Sick.
Yeah, I think I'll be listening to this immediately.
Yeah, dude, fucking
Nazi punks fuck off. Scum. The wolf I feed. Suffer the children. Oh,
yeah, fuck the socialists.
I'm gonna be into napalm death.
Like literally,
like that.
like there's an S in the name in the party of Nazis for socialism. Oh my god, that's great. Like I just love socialism.
Texted you you have a text number?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I forgot to check my phone.
Full savage takedown of Bill Gates video here. Oh, I'd love to see that. Yeah, I thought he was a pretty cool dude to start. Oh, here we go.
What have you contributed to the world?
I'm not sure if you're aware, but I created the world's most popular